Opening people's minds is what we do at Kia, and now we've got another vision for shaking up things in the green space. Remember the Chicago blues story? That new sound that originated here would go on to influence musicians around the world, and eventually return from overseas in the hands of masters such as Eric Clapton, Keith Richards, and many more. This next vehicle also comes from across the Atlantic. It was penned at our European design studio, and we think it could one day find a home on the streets of Chicago. Please welcome the Kia Niro concept. North American appearance, the Niro concept arrives with a compelling design and a hybrid drivetrain story of its own. The Niro suggests at a possible B-segment contender in our future, one that's ready to take on city environments with equal parts style, capability, and advanced technology. It has the looks of a Paris-Dakar rally contender with an athletic stance that promises a great driving experience. This nightfall paint, which contrasts sharply with the brushed stainless steel roof and ice cube headlight clusters. Inside the Niro's butterfly hinged doors, you'll find lots of anodized aluminum, carbon fiber, and volcano black leather. Now, you might think that Niro looks like a designer's imagination run wild, but it's not a pure flight of fancy. In fact, its powertrain, for example, incorporates a variant of the turbocharged 1.6-liter engine currently seen in the Forte 5 and the Coupe, good for 160 horsepower. The engine and 7-speed dual-clutch transmission serve the front wheels, while an electric hybrid system delivers up to 45 horsepower to the rear wheels for extra power and four-wheel drive grip when you need it most. And while it's merely a concept at this point, Kia does have a history of delivering production vehicles that closely resemble concepts that came before them. So you never know. So, that's the Optima Hybrid, the Kia Niro concept. Now, what about the EV alternative? On the south side, the blues were known for being raw and raucous. And today, you could say the same thing about electric vehicles. Except for a few high-end exotics, most of the options in the segment don't put much emphasis on good looks or real-world functionality. But just as there are no rules in writing blues-based chord progressions, there's nothing to prevent great design from being combined with EV efficiency at an affordable price point. The Soul EV does all this and more. It shares the Trackster-inspired look of the totally transformed Soul, and it's here now to electrify the EV segment, just like Chicago electrified the blues. You guys ready?